Hey guys, it's the Train Freak here, and I thought I would let you know we have some contests going on, and I'm sure everyone is aware of the first contest being Sidetrack Sunday. We announced that we're giving away a couple of custom decaled cars. Yes, that is right, custom decaled, and I have them here right in front of me, and my sidekick Aaron, or my son, is actually going to help me show all of these off. There's actually going to be a second contest that is just for my channel, the Train Freak, and I will show you all of those prizes as well. Well, actually, he's going to show you the prizes. But before we get to it, I always want to remind all of my subscribers to and make sure you fill in the bell so that way you receive future notifications of videos, on your smartphone or tablets for things such as contests like these. And of course, my layout updates and some of my how-tos that I come out with, and, Sidetrack Sunday. Every month I'm on there at the third Sunday. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and show you these contests. Like I said, there's going to be two of them, two separate ones, and how it all works. Alrighty, so here I am with the Sidetrack Sunday 2020 contest. Okay, so this is a Google form that has been created, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here it shows that we've already had 10 people to respond or sign up. It's not hard at all. And just to let you know, my son Aaron is being kind to help me hold the phone because you're actually going to watch me fill this contest out. So, like I said, we've got two prizes. I'm going to show you those prizes in just a second. But, before you see the prizes, you really need to know, how do I enter the contest? Look in the description below. You're going to see a link that is going to say Sidetrack Sunday 2020 contest. And I will provide you the link. And it's going to bring you to a page that looks just like this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just read it off for you because I know the font's a little small. Welcome to the Sidetrack Sunday 2020 HO and N-Scales contest. Oh, yeah, my laptop wanted to go out. Okay, we are special decaling one car in each scale as prizes. In other words, these are going to be a 1 of a 1 for HO and for N. Each of our September live streams started with an introduction that was provided by our fourth channel, Boebel, who is our, I guess you could say, founding father for Sidetrack Sunday. And in order to be entered in the contest, you must pick which intro version was correct as to how the extended version of Sidetrack Sunday come to be. Now, if you're unsure, I'm sure there's at least one of us, including myself, that has spoke about it in one of the other live streams recently. And I will let you know, I am one of those who have mentioned it recently. But I want to say at least all 4 of us have. Now, I'm not going to tell you which one, so that's something you will have to hunt down. But if you listen to everything correctly, and you go back and watch all the intros, you should be fine. Okay. The only other requirement is that you have to be subscribed to all 4 of our channels. That's going to be listed in the last question in order to be eligible to win. Okay? So you have to be subscribed to all 4 of us. That is John with the Schuylkill River Valley, Heath with Humanity Junction, myself, which if you're seeing this video, most likely you're already subscribed. If not, you better. And then, of course, Boebel with the Boebel in Newtown. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a valid email address. Well, first, I thought I had this up right. I guess I didn't. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to put in my email. Now, here, make sure you push the phone up there a little closer so they can see all this. Okay. Alright, so I have put in my email. Now I'm going to put in my YouTube channel name. All right, the train freak. Okay, next question. So whose September intro was correct? Well, I'm not going to tell you the answer, but because this is my channel, I'm just going to go ahead and pick myself. So now you have a 50-50 chance to figure out, did Jason have the correct one, or has Jason got the incorrect one? I can promise you one of these is correct, but I'm not saying which one. All right. For me, which scale prize would you like? Well, I'm an HO guy, so I'm going to go ahead and choose HO. Now, if you want to send a copy of the responses to yourself, you can. And I suggest that it would be a very good idea too, because these actually go out into an Excel spreadsheet. And we will check to see who got right, because you do have to get this right in order to be eligible to win. So first thing is you got to be subscribed to all 4 of us. Second thing is you have to guess it right. And then from there, you will be put in a drawing. And John from the Schuylkill River Valley on Sidetrack Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, which is October the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. One of those dates around there. 8 o'clock Eastern. He is going to announce who all guessed it right, and then he's going to announce the winners. So let me go ahead and submit, so that way I'm in there. Now, once you submit, you should see this right here. Your response has been recorded, and I'm even giving you the option to go and edit your response. So just in case, if you think you guessed it right, and then you see later on, holy smokes, I actually saw where I didn't guess it right at all, you can actually go back and change it. But 11:59 p.m. Saturday night, the form closes. You will not be able to enter, and you will not be able to go back and edit any of your responses. So I want to make sure you were clear of that. 11:59 p.m. Saturday, October the 3rd. I think that's right, and I'm going to pull up the calendar just to make sure. Yes, Saturday, October the 3rd. Okay? So, let me get to the prizes. Okay, so you can see that my son Aaron here, or my trusty railroad sidekick, is actually holding up the 2 prizes. So I'm going to actually show you these a little bit closer to give you an explanation. Aaron, I'm going to take the end scale from you. Alright, so let's look at this car here. Whoops, I'm going to start with this side first. So, if you noticed, the first thing that we have is STS 2020. STS stands for Sidetrack Sunday. 2020, well, it's 2020 this year. So, this is the Sidetrack Sunday 2020 car. So that is your actual reporting marks with authenticated car descriptions. Now, if you're asking, well, what kind of car is this? This is actually a ACF, which stands for the American Car Foundry. This is a 5250 center flow covered hopper. These could have been used for carrying grain or certain types of chemical pellets, things such as like paraffin wax, or like the pellets to make like PVC pipe, things like that. So more like hazardous, solids, because typically your tankers would carry the hazardous liquids. But this could also carry things such as grain, such as wheat, barley, rye, corn, you name it. Okay, so let's go over the logos. Here is John from the Schuylkill River Valley. That's his logo. We have Heath from Humanity Junction. And of course we have our Sidetrack Sunday logo here. And if we turn the car around, it looks exactly the same. The only difference is you have my logo here, which is the Train Freak, and Ray's logo, which is the Boebel and Newtown logos. And of course, all the other decals on the car is authentic to a couple of Athearn blue box cars that I had that were also 5250. So that's where all the other decals came from. And for those who do operations or getting into operations such as myself, we did include build dates on here as well. So, and I can let you know, well, it's hard to read on the N scale, but I can tell you what it is on the HO because the cars are exactly the same. So these are both 1 of 1. That's right. There's no duplicates of these. I'm the one who's got all the decals, and I'm the one who has decaled them. And so, like I said, there are no duplicates. All right, these are the only STS 2020 cars out there. All right, so I'm gonna put that one back in its box. And for those who do want to know what the manufacturer of the models, these are actually the N scale car is an Atlas, and Atlas N scale Trainman. It is a. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, I know it's getting kind of at the glare of the light. There we go. Item number 3950. This is an NACF 5250, and it's undecorated. So this was an actual undecorated car. All right. All right. Thank you, Aaron. Here we have the HO scale car, and you can see it looks exactly the same as the N scale. Other side, we have the other logos. And the build date on this car was October of 68, so 1068. Now, I will let you know, this car here was not undecorated. This was actually a, it's an Athearn roundhouse car, and I can show you the box. But I could not get my hands on an undecorated one, but this one originally was a Union Pacific ACF 5250 center flow. And let me tell you, the color that you see on the box was not the color the car came in. It came in very, very dark, like a real dark gray. And so I actually had to paint over the entire car, and then I put the decals on it. So as you can see, I mean, the whole car's painted. I will let you know a little bit of paint did get on the wheels, because I did put the trucks back on unintentionally. It's the first time I've ever airbrushed a car. So first time I've airbrushed a car, first time I've ever decaled a N scale. So it was a couple of firsts for me. But 101. Now, from my understanding, I think John has created some type of letter to go with these cars. Or I think he's in the process of creating a letter to go with the cars. So that way it's kind of like a certificate of authenticity. So that's just to confirm that these are only 1 of 1. Now, I did talk with the rest of the STS crew, and we all agree that we do want to do this every year. So probably back in, or probably up in January, we might be coming out with STS 2021. But it's more than likely not going to be a 5250 hopper. It's probably going to be something else. So yeah. Alright, well y'all, that is the first contest. And this, like I said, this one here closes 11:59 p.m. October the 3rd. That is this Saturday. So if you haven't entered, check the description down below and go enter. It don't even take 5 minutes. You know, all you gotta do is type in your email, type in your channel name, and choose 2 questions. Question 1 being which channel had the correct intro, and then the other question being what prize, HO or N. And if you are Z scale, G scale, S scale, or O scale, whether 2 rail or 3 rail, or even if you're into OO, Engage, or whatever the other ones are out there, you could always go after one and use it as a display piece, because like I said, these are a 101. So because you're not modeling HO or modeling N does not mean you cannot enter. And anyone worldwide can enter in this contest. Like I said, you have to be subscribed to all 4 of us in order to be eligible to win. Okay? So that's contest number 1. Contest number 2. For those who remembered the 200 subscriber contest that was in my channel, we did a form of bingo. And I want to say, I think it was Epic Railroad that won that contest. So I'm going to do something very similar. And he's going to be my helper in that contest. He's going to be the one cranking the balls. Ain't that right, Ingrid? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he is, so the way it's going to work, and I've got another Google form for it, so look in the description for it too. It only takes 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. You will be assigned a number, a specific number, to a specific card. Okay? And that I will not assign any of those until after that entry form closes. It's opening today. It will close. I'll let you know in a future video. But I have to at least hold 300 subscribers for a full week before I mention that I'm going to close that contest. And then I will mention when it's going to close, and, you know, to give those last minute, you know, people time to enter, because I would like as many to enter as possible. And, you know, then I'll award it out. I might award it out on my Sidetrack Sunday live stream, and I might do a separate live stream on a different day. I don't know yet. Now, the prizes, 2 of the prizes y'all have seen from the last contest. Oh yeah, I need to finish explaining first, don't I? See, I always get sidetracked. That's why Sidetrack Sunday just fits me perfectly. So, after you're assigned your specific number, we will run through round 1 on bingo. Soon as one of the cards bingo, no matter if it bingoed 1-way, 2-way, 3-way, soon as it bingos, every number that was involved in that bingo will be assigned their own individual card for round 2. Okay? Round 2, we're going to rerun through all the numbers again. And the first card that bingos is going to win the prize of their choosing. Okay? Pretty simple. I'm the one doing all the work. All you got to do is enter and watch and have fun. If, by chance, 2 people or more bingo at the same time in round 2, we're going to have a round 3 with just those people. And we're going to keep having rounds until only one person bingos. Now, if we do go to round 3, round 4, 5, so forth and so forth, each time each person's going to be assigned a new card. Okay? I don't care if we got to run through them all the way through. I've got 50 cards, so I don't see us doing that. Now, I've already used, I'm going to start at card 11 because I already used some of it in the first 10. So I'm going to start at card 11 for round 1, and we'll go that way. Prizes. So, there's been 2 prizes that did not get picked up from the 200 subscriber. So they are eligible again. So let's go over those first. Aaron, will you hand me the O scale?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ooh, that's big.
So, yes, I am allowing O scale in there. All right, y'all. So, this is an Atlas O Trainman limited edition. That's right. It is a cotton belt. And if you're wondering why is it limited edition, there's a company called Peterson Supply, and Peterson Supply had these made in 2010. And the cotton belt is, let me look here, is the railroad that I grew up at. I had several family members work for the cotton belt, my grandfather being one of them. And the town that I grew up in, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, was one of the major hubs for the cotton belt. It was the midway point on that line. Now, Cotton Belt was a subsidiary of Southern Pacific. However, the SP did allow the Cotton Belt to run as its own independent company. They had their own board of trustees, their own superintendents, dispatchers, you name it. All right, so they were employees of the Cotton Belt or St. Louis Southwestern, not the SP, until 1992. And that was before Union Pacific acquired them. So what makes this car special? Right here you have your build dates, and I know you can't see it because of the glare, but it has on there PB 10-60, meaning that this car was built in 1960 or rebuilt in 1960, because there's another built date that says 1055 over here. So it was rebuilt 5 years later in Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff actually did build some of their own railroad cars. So, and they did maintain them there as well. So that's what makes this car a limited edition, because the regular Atlas ones did not have that on there. All right. So that's the O scale price. Let's go with N scale. All right. So the first thing I have here is a Atlas N scale covered hopper. It's a short one. It's a Kerr McGee. It's a 2-bay. I would think this would probably be like a cement hopper, I would think. So, and I know, I'm trying to position this where the light doesn't glare, so I apologize if it glares. But this is a, Kerr McGee. And to go with that, I also have a 3-car set of Seaboard, and these are micro trains. 40-foot box cars, just standard steel box cars, and the doors do slide. You can see some are partially open. This one's closed. And they are all 3 separate railroad numbers. Reporting marks SAL 24828, 24847, and 24883. So this is the N scale price. Now, the HO scale price, I picked these up. These are both Athearn ready to rolls. These are 40-foot gondolas, and they're both Herzogs. And one is row number 3231, and the other one is 3229. So this would make a really cool set for your maintenance away train, no matter the railroad. And if you don't have a maintenance away train, you got a couple of ballast cars, because that's what they carried, was ballast. So, all right. So the rules for that contest. First thing is you got to be subscribed to the channel. And if you are not subscribed publicly, I will email you to have you send me a screenshot. If you go and make sure your YouTube settings are set to where your subscriptions are public, it makes my job easier. Okay? And then I don't have to contact you, and then you don't have to send me a screenshot. The other thing is you have to enter the entry form below in the description. That is only going to ask you a couple of questions. Question 1 being your email address to make sure you're not putting in multiple entries. Question 2, your YouTube channel name, so that way I know how to award it out. And then the third question being which prize you want. There's nothing else you need to know. Other than that, that's it. It's simple. So, and I love giving these things away. So yes, make sure you fill out not just the Sidetrack Sunday one, but fill out the bingo one too. Now, just to let you know, I do have a PayPal. I've also got a Patreon and a Teespring store. If you would like to help fund some of these contests, because I plan on doing one every 100 subscribers, feel free to, pitch in a little bit of money. If you do my Patreon, I will, shout your channel out on my Patreon clip, thanking for my Patreon supporters. And I will try to do the same thing monthly for my PayPals as well. And then, of course, my Teespring, if you get something, I'm going to say thank you. Right now, only one person has got that, and that is, I think his channel is Cowboy and Timberline Railroad, but that's Claude, who is part of the Back on Track team. He actually bought one of my mugs. So thank you, Claude, if you see this. But other than that, that is pretty much it. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, you're not going to be eligible for either contest. Fill in the bell. If you fill in the bell, yes, ding, ding, ding. If you fill in that bell, you will receive notifications via a smartphone or a tablet on the YouTube app if your settings have it enabled. YouTube's done away with email notifications for some odd reason. That's on them. Thumbs up. That helps get my videos out there. You're more than welcome to share, on your YouTube group page or whatever. Feel free to share with your other model railroad friends or even just rail fanners. And then last but not least, comment and let me know your thoughts. So other than that, I'm going to let y'all have at it. Y'all be safe out there. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and happy railroading.